Hello my beautiful crafting friends, welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me today on this video. So thank you to all the new subscribers and my existing subscribers for coming back and joining me, and thank you so much for all your comments that I've been receiving with the love hearts. They speak 1,000 words, so I truly appreciate them. So if you're watching this video and you haven't already, please like, subscribe and leave a heart in the comment if you've enjoyed this video and it gives you a little bit of inspiration in your very own masterpiece. So today we are starting to build this. So I've already deconstructed it, which is on another video. So this is going to be my giveaway and I want to build it with you guys. Obviously there's two other giveaways for runners up, but this is the main journal we're going to do. So it's inspired by Stamperia and it's the 12 by 12 paper pad. I've already created it's like a lap folder I'm going to do. I've already done that, which is here. I've slowly built it up. I have done it on a video on how I done it, and I'm just I've used some wadding that you use to make jelly rugs. So I got a lady that I used to clean for, makes jelly rugs, quilts and everything, and she actually does it part of a business and a TV program of like a shopping channel for crafts. And she gave me loads and loads of scraps, and I found this out and I thought that would be perfect to just give it that extra layer on the journal. Oh no, Claire, don't do that. I just knocked a shelf. So today we're going to do this and I'm going to show you the process of how I created these stainings, because I want to try and bring the yellows and the oranges out, which is, if you have a look in here, it will go with that design. And obviously people thinking, well, how are you going to create dirty old look like a gardener's journal would look after, especially with their green fingers. But if you see, you can you bring all these tones together. If you can bring them all together, they'll work, honestly. And you can bring any book page, any colour, you can bring them all together so they all marry up. So I'm going to show you that. I use a bit of this is like the cardstock that you can create, which they do book covers with, and I brought a big sheet of that, so I've always got it to hand if I need it to build up frames. So that's that, and so I've got a little sample left over which we'll do that on, so you'll get to see what I mean. And also this is from a book, and it did turn out, it was shiny like that, and I'm just going to show you the process of how I've got it to look rustic. Is that the word, rustic? Yes, I think it is. So all you're going to need for the actual picture, excuse me, is some colours. I've got frayed burlap and scorched timber. You don't have to have the spray if you haven't got it. I've got it because it was Christmas money that I spent on getting all my inks. And then I've got a bit of ground espresso. So whatever colours you've got, if you've got a spray of tea water or coffee water, that's absolutely brilliant as well. And also, if you haven't, I've got a pumice stone. I brought this because I am I'm rubbish at remembering where I've put my sandpaper, and plus you get all those little gritty bits which I don't like. So I already done a pre-test on that to see if it worked, which it did. So that's how I got that picture, and that's ideal because it's on a string and I can hang it up now and I'm not going to lose it, she says now. She says now. So we're going to get on with this one first. Put that up. So how are you all doing? I hope you've all got a brew next to you, whether you're crafting away whilst this video is playing in the background, or you're sat with your feet up after a long day. A well-deserved brew with your feet resting is worthy. So I'm going to keep that, because that will be a great little addition to add into your journal. Because obviously this is going to be a gardening one. So yes, Claire is retaining scrap paper again. I'm just going to sit down there. And oh, get over there, you. And down here. Like so. And I'm going to keep that bit as well. Every little bit helps. And I might even keep that to go make up bookmark. There we go. Right, so now this is where you start to get a little bit ruthless. What you want to do? Screw it up. Screw it on up. The more creases you got, the better. Like that. So already you've got something that's completely different from what it started out. Next stage is, right, what do I do with polymer stain? Is we're just going to go over and start rubbing down. I am not the first person who's done this. There's some amazing artists out there who've done this before me. And that's where I got my inspiration from. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go like that. Highlight some bits. And, that's nice creases get you. That's perfect. Do you know what? It doesn't matter if you get a rip in it either, because it just adds to that extra. Wherever you can find a crease, get it. This is a great way. You can do this with magazines. Because this is a little bit thicker than a normal magazine page, what I'd suggest is, if you've got some just normal printing paper, you know, your 80 GSM paper, glue it onto there first, let it dry, then scrunch it up, and then it will give it that extra thickness, because we know magazine papers can be quite thin. Like that. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around with it quite flat, just to take the sheen off, because we don't want no shine. Right, okay, so there you go. So completely different. If you think that's what, oh well, that's not an evidence of what it looked like before, because that's just as bad. But do you see what I mean? So it's got that bit of age to it, like it's been around a while. Then we're gonna get some inks. So I've got Coffee Espresso, and is that the one? Coffee Espresso. And all I'm gonna do is, actually, I want a piece of paper so I don't make a mess. Let's get this. And we're just gonna go around the edge to bring that on in. Like that. So that's darkened the edges up straight away. Great way to get a small piece as well. If you've got a small image, do exactly the same and actually stick it into your journal, and you're creating a new, giving more life to a page that was already blank. Right, okay, so I'm just gonna, I've not added any more on, and all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go over the areas just gently, just to catch, just to soften the white of the background pieces of where all the creases are. And there, so it ends up like that. And you can add a bit more colour to it if you like. I have got, where are you, my little one? Not you. Have a bit of you. So I've got a bit of weathered wood. So we could add a bit of that to it. Where's my little brush for that? Is that it there? That doesn't look like it. It's alright, I've got the light right in my face. There we go. And we're just gonna take off the, there was no excess on there. And just grab it. There we go. There. And that's that bit done. And then all I'm going to do is I've got some scorched timber and frayed burlap. And all I'm going to do is just wipe that cap off. Shake a bit. And from a distance, oh, like that, like that. And as you see, I get it everywhere else. Everywhere. I think I got it just on the wall then. This is where Claire gets messy. And do the same again. Shake it up. There. And this will dry, so don't panic. It won't be, oh my goody out, what I should have done. It will dry a lot softer. So I'm just going to dry it with my heat gun. So there you go. Still slightly wet, but as you can tell, it's completely altered it. And if you put it in the frame, obviously this frame's a bit larger than the actual image. Oh no, it's not, it's exactly the same. You get that. Do you get what I mean? Do you get what I mean? So there you go. I'm going to use that in the journal. Right, so the next step is me showing you how I created this. And the colours I used were, oh, I've done that again. Stay there, you. So I've moved my desk about. So I've got more light. Well, obviously, now it's a cloudy day. That's not the case. So I've got a bit of fossilised amber, carved pumpkin, weathered wood. What else did I have? I had vintage photo and espresso coffee and pumice stone. So that's the colours I've used because I want to try and bring the colours from the actual paper pack into everything I use. So that is the 6 colours I'll be using. Like I said, you haven't got to. It's whatever colours you've got. You don't even have to have this brand. It's whatever you've got. And you also, you can use it doing with acrylic paints as well. And that's just watering it down to the side and doing all that on top. But just remember, if you're using paints, let each layer dry before you add the next one, so you're building up the colour tones, because as you can see there's like different depths of it. And also some of this lunar paste I use as dashing just around the edge, so that you can just see the glimmers when the light catches it, and also a bit of gesso as well. So let's do that, and I'm going to line them up along here so I've got them to hand, and I just use a bit of this and we are going to get started. So I've started off with the fossilized amber and placed that where I wanted, so it was just a case of dib-dabbing, and there's that one. Then we're going to go in with carved pumpkin, like so. And then it was a bit of the weathered wood. As you can see, it's changing already, so you're just trying to distract from the white background bit by bit. Then vintage photo, and that's that one. Then I had, what was that, pumice stone? Was that my pumice stone? I can't remember. And I'm just going to go around the edges. There. And you're thinking, oh my goody aunt, it doesn't look nothing like it. It will, honestly, because then, oh, I've done some sprays on that, so it will, honestly. I promise. I promise. Right. No, I've just done that with the wrong brush. Oh, Claire. Right, ground espresso. I'm just gonna go like that, because I want some of, obviously, the orange to show. And you can use your finger to soften the brush marks up like that. Right, next stage is, so I didn't get everything together, did I? No, Claire didn't. So this is where you can come in with your paints. Oh, that's the wrong colour. That's the wrong one. So I'm going to use a bit of vintage photo. Where's my bit of paper gone? Try and minimise the spray. And one. Dab. Just gonna dab, just take off the excess. And then we've got frayed burlap. just gonna go like that. I'm gonna dab, dab, and then a bit of, that's Vintage Photo, Scorched Timber, and I'm just gonna, that was a bit too much. Dab it, quick, dab it. Right, I'm just gonna go with the heat torch gun and just dry that off a bit more. So there you go. Now see what I mean? It looked like an absolute shambles when it was all wet, but once it dried, you get this amazing effect where it looks actually it goes deeper, so you can see that the base coat is the yellows and the oranges, and then it starts getting darker and darker and darker. So what I done next is I got some of this Lunar paste. Now this dries really fast, and I just dab a bit on my fingers, and I'm just gonna dash every now and again where I want it. So we could have it going across there, and like that. You don't have to use loads of this, and you could actually do this with your embossing powders if you've got embossing powders. And let me just wipe my hands off because I have got to go to work this afternoon. And as you can see, I don't know, let me just stand up to see if you can see, and there where you get just that hint of shimmer, and there's that. And then all I done with the gesso is got some of this I brought from the works ages ago, and this does last really well. And then I'm just going to go in with, what have we got? I've still got to find, and I still haven't found, is all my stencils. I don't know where they've gone. So I'm just going to do a bit of this. I'm just going to go in like that. And I'm just going to do just a smear, just to go along there, just to highlight there. Oh, she says, like so. Maybe a bit up here, but I won't use that corner because I've already used that corner. I'm just going to go right there, dab, dib dab. You don't really need to have a lot of this, which is brilliant because it spreads really, really well. Like that. Okay, let's wipe that off. Get rid of any extras, she says. So I just use the old good old wet wipes. There's that. Keep them nice and clean. Your tools clean. Keep them clean. And then all I'm just going to do is I'm just going to run that along there. Wipe that excess off. And I'm just going to smear that across there so we've got no jaggedy edges. And like that. So now it's to let that dry. And then we can just add a little bit of inking to that. So I'll be back in a second. Right, back again. So that's all dry. It's not 100% dry, but it's dry enough for what we want. And I'll just dab my finger in that. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to smush this on there. A bit of weathered wood. And I'm going to do a little squirt of water here because I don't want loads. And that was my heat gun, just hit my foot. And Claire's throwing everything about. I'm just going to dab. Oh, look. There's ink on that, so let's use that up. It's my own fault for not cleaning my brush. Get that off, and I'm just going to add a bit of weathered wood, which is blended in with another colour. Just happens to blend in. And what else did I do? It's alright, I'm trying to look. And it's terrible when you can't see what you've done already. So just gonna dab that off on there a minute. Let's dry that. Oh, right, sorry about that. I was dropping things and trying to pick things back up and multitask at the same time. Right, okay, so I'm just going to use a little bit of weathered wood, and I'm just going to dab it. I have to wash my brush now. So as you can see, the gesso's not quite dry, but add in your ink and stippling works wonders. Right, okay, so and all I'm going to do then is I'm just going to go in with another bit of spray of scorched timber. And quick to dab it. There we go. Dab it on there. Let's do it like that. Dab it. Oh, dearie me. Dab it. There. Okay. So that's that bit done. And I'm just gonna let that dry a moment, and then I'm going to go in with a little bit of this, and then I'm going to highlight. Normally you'd wait until it is actually completely dry to do this, but obviously I am doing a video and I'm just going to dab it on and create so it looks like it's actually standing out on the rough edges. Okay, there we go. So that is how virtually I got that done. Obviously you can add more depth with colour like I have there. We'll do it with a bit of ground espresso so you see what I mean. So we just go along there like so. I want to try and stay away from the gesso. And around there, along that, like that. And just go along the edges. And if you've got a thick bit of card, run along there as well, so it blends it all together. And there you go, guys. So that is how simple it really was. Don't be afraid to add colours and mix them, because honestly I was just winging this and it worked. And it works, yes. So just winging it does work, miracles. There we go. So that's how you get to change a piece of card into something completely different. And what a lot of fun with making mess as well. Yes, look at the state of my hands. I hope this has given you some inspiration on what to do, and you can do this on your papers. for your inside your journal covers, and all the way through, just to give that extra different texture to a page. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and it's given you a little bit of inspiration on how to create this and this, like so, and have something completely different. Obviously I've still got more decorating to do to add extras onto this. This is just a bit of burlap that I've shredded to add that little bit. These flowers which I've got at the beginning, these are from Louisa Heinzel and her digital kit. So these I'll be having different layers going on up through there, just to bring it all in, which you will see on the next video, because the next video will be decorating the cover. And I've got shredded jeans and tea-dyed fabric. So I hope you'll join me on the next video. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting, everybody. Take care. Bye.